Really quick, this does come right after the election. So Bob Iger will be replaced, and a new CEO for Disney should be
Oh,
announced early
Saw this
2026.
earlier.
Now, this is something that's been announced a few times with Disney, but I do we think that this is tied directly into the election? I mean, Rippo, you weren't here earlier, and this will be our last kind of topic we talk about. Then we're going to get to super chats. But like, do you think that the election is going to have an impact on the entertainment world?
100%. But it's well. Let me backtrack just a little bit. I think it's less that it'll have its impact, and more of that the election itself was a lagging indicator. And for the audience itself, as in like a lot of people are just sick of just whatever the fuck era that we're in as far as entertainment is concerned, the political realm, academia, everybody's over this shit. That said, I do believe that people should anticipate that entertainment's going to get worse, because Hollywood, especially, I think I can say the same for other forms of entertainment. They're pissed, right? So we saw what happened in 2016. Right. We saw what happened in 2016. Like, I mean, it impacted everything: comics, video games, and a lot of that stuff we're just now seeing because it takes years to develop. I just think that they're going to take it upon themselves, much like they did in 2016, to use their entertainment profession, whatever, as a vehicle to perpetuate whatever bullshit and spite their ideological enemies. So I anticipate that it's actually going to be worse than what you got post 2016. And I think just people should understand AAA gaming, mainstream entertainment in general, is going to be absolutely unbearable. If you thought that it wasn't before, it will be now. That's where I'm at.
I agree, but I also think it's like it's a loud, very loud, last dying cry.
Yeah,
it's like it's gonna be the worst ever, but it's probably gonna be the last we're gonna see out of big mainstream Hollywood, that sort of stuff.
And the best part about it is,
go ahead.
Like, well, I was just gonna say the best part about it is right now, as we've been saying, like, this is the time for a lot of independence.
Absolutely.
The bridge has never been more available for people to get into the industry and start working on projects and doing stuff. This is the time to do it, man. And they don't realize it now because they're too blinded by it, but they're gonna lose the shirts off their back with independent projects that are gonna be popping up left and right.
I think people need to understand that doesn't mean that people won't reject it. The people absolutely will reject it in all its forms, and there will be some sort of outliers where you'll get a series or something that people enjoy. I just think that they're just going to double down, triple down, quadruple down, whatever. It's just going to be worse because they don't know any other way. I mean, look at the reaction that you've even seen from like the mainstream with regards to the election. Have you seen any sort of like alteration in their attitude? Like, even fucking be it the CNNs of the world, they're claiming, Joy Reid and all those guys over at MSNBC claiming that Kamala ran a perfect campaign.
Perfect campaign.
So they've learned jack shit. Variety just posted a article where they're saying that celebrities need to be more outspoken about their political views and what have you. So there has been no indication that they're going to make any adjustment, because in order to make the adjustment, you have to learn, right? Yeah. You have to understand that mistakes have been made, and they don't understand that. So they're going to double down. Sure, they will lose a lot of money. People will reject it. But at the end of the day, I think as far as the creators, I mean, I'm using that term loosely, as far as the creators are concerned, they are going to produce even worse dog shit than what they produced after 2016. So to Mike's point, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. You probably missed your boat the first go around, but you got another opportunity right here if you are an independent creator, because you look at what you're up against.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the time right now, man. These next 4 years is a chance to change everything. And regardless if you're interested in politics or if you follow politics, I think that with Elon Musk being a crucial element of the Trump administration, the fact that he owns Twitter now, Elon Musk is actually helping make policy decisions right now through Twitter. The people's voices matter more than ever right now. And this is going to be a historic next 4 years, and it probably will shape the next, half century. So we'll see, man. This is a historic moment in human history right there. And hopefully we take full advantage of it and we crush Hollywood's piece of shit ass. They got a massive wake up call because they all, Beyonce's of the world, Eminem, Taylor Swift, Mark Hamill, Mark Ruffalo, Chris Evans, all the Avengers, Robert Downey Jr., Oprah, they all came together because they thought that they could take this complete fraud of a human being, Kamala Harris, someone that didn't receive a single vote from the American people, and install her into the White House so that they could essentially cover up the Diddy list and continue to push their left-wing propaganda and their identity politics. And it completely blew up in their faces. And now you've been lied to. The American people have been lied to by the mainstream media, by these pollsters, by everyone saying Donald Trump didn't have a chance. They've been lied to. And now they're looking at it going, holy shit, I've been lied to for the last 4 years from these people. No, you've actually been lied to for your entire life by these people. Go ahead.
Well, I'm saying, you know what else they're dealing with? They're learning that they have no influence whatsoever.
None.
That these celebrities are out here like, oh my gosh, like no one's listening to me. Yeah. Like, and they don't understand how that it's making their head explode, and they don't know how to deal with it because they thought they were all that, that what they could do or say would change the direction course of the internet of how people would think and how people would vote. They thought they had this kind of power, and they don't. And everybody laughs at them. And they look at them like they're cringy. And they think it's weird, like to have them come out and say stuff. And now they're at home like, I don't know what to do. No one listens to me. So maybe we'll double down more and get our message out there. So it's let them, man. Let them keep talking as far as I'm concerned. Let them keep making crap stuff. Let them keep doing it. And put Joy Reid in charge of all of them. Put Joy Reid in charge of all of them and let her dictate what they say or do for the next 4 years.
Absolutely. And listen, this will be the true sign.
We're the celebrities now.
Listen, if this happens, I promise I'm going to write a check for Ripa that he has to cash. Okay, Ripa, if what I'm about to say happens, you have to promise me and the 4,000 people here that you're going to vote in the next election. Okay. If Do-Rag Bob Iger becomes the next CEO of Disney, let's go! We gotta have this. Do-Rag Bob Iger. If this happens, Ripa's gonna vote. Okay,
that's fucking silly. That would be silly. Like he comes out and he's like, I ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. And he just puts on a do-rag and just becomes cutthroat. That for sure make me vote.
Starts out there with the ECW championship around his waist. Excuse me while I whip this out.
Oh man, that's hilarious. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Oh God! If you know, you know, wrestling fans. If you know, you know. Do-Rag Vince is truly one of the greatest. And you know what's crazy about Do-Rag Vince? What led to Do-Rag Vince? Trump. Shaving his head.
Yeah.
It always leads back to Trump. Always leads back to Trump.
Do-Rag Vince was a menace, bro. He was the most wild. We've had some fucking Doink the Clown and shit out here, and fucking Do-Rag Vince is the worst of them all.
Yeah, good shit.
Drop the N-word right in front of Booker T on national television.
You just say